back to the front again. This is the tough part, quieting people down after the end of that exercise. Did you notice, by the way, how the energy went up when people began looking away? As a matter of fact, I saw some of you going like this, trying to get in front of the person. But what I'd like to do is just have a couple of people respond, and just stand up where you are. How did you feel when you were talking to somebody and they looked away? What did you feel like? Who would like to just share with the group very quickly?
It felt rude.
Yes. No, just stand up, or go ahead. Stand up and mention it.
I wanted to stop talking.
You wanted to stop talking. Right. Because didn't you feel rejected?
Yeah.
It's like you get on a train of thought and you get derailed right away. And you feel your information, whatever you're saying, is not very good. Now, how about this? How about when you had to look away and you didn't want to? How did you feel? How did that make you feel when you had to look away? Yeah.
You feel rude.
You feel rude. Yeah, you feel nasty. You don't want to do it. Here's the key question. How often does that happen in real life? A lot. A lot. Because it happens to us. Now, it happens to us and we're aware of it. But I want to suggest to you, you're all leaders here. And when it happens to us, generally, it is by people who are above us, or our peers who are above us. And then you all have experienced this. You have a boss, not your current boss, because some of you are... You've all had bosses in the past or whatever. And you come in and say, tell me about that problem we have in Albuquerque. I'm just going to sign some letters here, but I'm listening. And you're not. How do you feel when you're delivering? You don't. Because you don't have eye communication. And how about all of the meetings that you're in, and if you're a participant, you probably do this, unfortunately. But if you're not a participant, you know when people do it, it's looking at the blackbirds or the trios. I have a solution for that, by the way. If you have people in the meeting or whatever, number one, I mean, you mentioned it, yes. And number two, you can move and do a few other things. But the most important thing is be interesting. The reason people look at it and put their eye communication down there is they want to multitask it because you're boring or the person is boring. That's when you do it. I hope nobody's doing it right now. And now that I reminded you, don't. The key thing is your eye communication, whether one-on-one as you just were, or whether running a meeting, or whether talking to a couple of hundred people, you have to look at individuals. Because without eye communication, you flat out do not have communication. Doesn't matter whether all the skills are connecting or not, but your eye communication, think 5 seconds, work at it, put it top of mind. When we're done the session, and some of you are going to hang around, you're going to the airport, but watch people, observe people. How long do they look? How powerful is the eye communication or the lack thereof? But particularly in your business settings, when you're trying to influence, you want to look at individuals and try for 5 seconds.